So on today's video, I'm going to help you understand that if you are starting out from a small portfolio, or if you have started to work recently and started investing in the markets recently, or doing any form of investing very recently, how you should think like long term in order to generate real wealth. First natural question should come when someone you see making such videos, like, aapne generate kariye wealth. So yes, take a look at this public mutual fund portfolio that I had built roughly 1.25 years ago, and this is a fairly large capital. You might have seen a lot of YouTubers who will show you, yeah, you know what, कि अगर आप 25,000 से शुरू करते हो या 10,000 से you start, you invest like for like another 20 years and then you're earning on 20. See, there is also inflation, loss of buying power of money that also happens. So you need to understand these small subtle points, which I will try to communicate in a very simple manner on this video. So without wasting any time, let me give you practical insights on how you can actually use small capital to make big money. What are the risk rewards associated with it? This is a must watch video. Please watch it till the very end. You will understand practical points. Again, I keep on saying the word practical points because the goal of my channel is to teach practical money management. So point one is that can you actually create wealth by using a small capital? So now अब हर किसी की definition अलग-अलग होती है small capital की, but I would assume कि you are hardworking person, you can at least invest 25,000 rupees a month. Maybe हो सकता है that you are starting out like at 10,000 salary, but maybe like in a few years you will be in a position where you are able to invest 25,000 rupees a month in the stock market. So उसकी math देख लेते हैं जो आपको हर कोई बताता है कि for example if you start with 25,000 SIP, 12% for let's say how many years, for roughly like 14 years, you will reach like that 1 crore corpus. ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया बात है, लेकिन with the value of 1 crore after 14 years when you reach this corpus, will it really be 1 crore? Because a natural question comes, and here is point number 2, that see, the buying power of money happens with your money at every stage. For example, today you might think that 5 crore is a very big capital, but after 20 years, the value of this 20 crore might not be that big. So how do we assess this? How do we set a realistic target of growth for our portfolio? And what is the central point that we should keep in mind in order to figure out at what rate we should be growing our capital? So इसके लिए मैं आपको थोड़ी सी complicated math बताता हूं, but please understand this point sensibly. So okay, so there are 3 mathematical numbers that I will talk about. So the first mathematical number is index growth. For example, if you invest your money in an index called as Nifty 50, which is the collection of top 50 companies in India, you can expect a wealth growth of 12%, right? So this is normal math. Now second key mathematical point is कि देखो आप Nifty 50 में नहीं करते हो, आप small mid caps में करते हो, then expected or an average growth rate will be around 24% CAGR. ये double होता है Nifty का. Okay. Third key point, which is a negative point, कि देखो बढ़ तो गई आपकी wealth, right? You made this 25,000 SIP investment 12% पे 14 years के लिए 1 crore हो गया, but what is the value of this 1 crore? So inflation data tells us, inflation means the rate at which the prices keep going up, and after 10 years, what is the value of this 100 rupees? Well, it's 50 rupees roughly, right? Why? Because after every 10 years, assuming like a 6%, 7% inflation number, the value of capital becomes half. Here is like a mathematical timeline also ki what the value of 1 crore becomes after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So you can take a look. I had done a tweet and a LinkedIn post on it. So this will give you more clarity. So then comes a very natural question ki yaar, okay, I thought ki main 25,000 invest karunga, right? And at 12% for 14 years, I will be like a crorepati, right? Yes, you will be a crorepati, but the value of that 1 crore would not be more than 35 lakh. Okay, so for that, we need to understand the concept of real returns, right? Okay, so in order to understand this, you need to understand this equation. This is real wealth growth is equivalent to total returns that you are making from any type of investment minus the inflation. For example, if let's say that you're investing in Nifty 50, you are making 12% returns, but the inflation for you, and ये inflation in the economy नहीं है, this is inflation which is called as segmental inflation. So segmental inflation for you is let's say 7%, then your real wealth growth is only 5%.